Hi, I'm Stevie. Welcome to Nomads Nation. Today we're comparing the Rework Toshi and the Sympl Commuter Pack. Here at Nomads Nation, we've been reviewing travel and EDC gear since 2019. In this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know to decide which bag is for you. We're going to pack the bags out, check their advertised capacity, and I'll let you know my top pick across different categories. And at the end of the video, I'll pick one overall winner. Also, we know that these bags can get pretty pricey. So here at Nomads Nation, we're always trying to help out our community. If you're thinking of making a purchase, we suggest using the first link in the description. That link makes sure you get the best price, and we often have discount codes. Let's talk about the overview of these two bags. Now, Sympl and Rework are both really popular bag makers in the EDC space, with the Sympl Commuter Pack and the Rework Toshi being signature products of these two brands. We've previously tested and reviewed both bags, and we'll be inserting B-roll of Aaron wearing these bags throughout the video. Do check out the full reviews linked in the description. Here we have contender number 1, the Sympl Commuter Pack. Now this is advertised as a travel and work bag with purpose-built tech accessory compartments. It is advertised as a 20-liter bag, but we're gonna test that. Okay, we have the bag packed out right now, so let's give it a quick measure. From top to bottom, it's around 17.5 inches, crosses 12 inches, and it has a depth of around 7 inches. I've only packed out the main compartment, but as you can see here, it's almost 20 liters, so pretty accurate. The bag is coming in at 3.15 pounds empty, which is pretty close to the advertised weight of 3.1 pounds for the ballistic version, which is this one. This bag comes in 20 and 24 liters in X-Pack, polycarbonate, and ballistic nylon, all of which are in black because you can never have too many black bags. This is the bag when it's empty, and this is the bag when it's fully packed out and worn on the Nomads Nation team. So depending on which fabric and which size you're getting, the price ranges from 240 to 280 USD. Okay, now let's take a look at contender number 2, the Rework Toshi. This is also advertised as a 20-liter bag for everyday urban carry. Let's take a look at the actual capacity. Okay, this is the bag fully packed out. From top to bottom, it measures around 17.5 inches across 12 inches, and it has a depth of around 6 inches. So this is only the main compartment, and like the Sympl Commuter Pack, it's coming in slightly below 20 liters, maybe even less than the Sympl Commuter Pack. So if we're filling out the rest of the bag, it should come just right at 20 liters. The Rework Toshi is advertised at 2.2 pounds, and we're getting 2.2 pounds. This is the bag when it's empty, and this is the bag when it's fully packed out and worn on the Nomads Nation team. This bag is available only in one size, one color, and one fabric, 840D nylon, and it retails at $190 US. So that's the overview of these two bags, and now let's talk about the differences. For one, organization. Now the Sympl has a pocket for everything, perfect for the organization freak. That's not to say the Rework doesn't have any compartments, they're just a lot less compartmentalized. So you get a lot more flexibility and creativity with what you put inside them. Difference number 2, water bottle pockets. The Rework Toshi has 2 basic side water bottle pockets. On the Sympl, you get one standard water bottle pocket plus a zippered one on the other side. Difference number 3. Now, if you like having a side carry handle, you're not going to find one on the Rework Toshi. The Sympl, on the other hand, has a nice beefy one. And then we have the back panel. From what I've observed, opinions are pretty divided across the EDC bag community about the Sympl Commuter Pack back panel. It is pretty structured and rigid. Not everyone's favorite. On the Rework Toshi though, you still have a really nice structured back panel, just not as hard. And finally, options. If variety matters to you, the Rework Toshi comes only in one size and one fabric option. The Sympl Commuter Pack comes in 2 different sizes and multiple fabric options. Let's talk about the aesthetics of the bags. Both have a really minimal look that would look great in a corporate setting or in a casual setting. However, the Sympl would probably hold its shape a bit better because it's more structured. The Rework, on the other hand, being a more malleable structure, would probably conform to whatever you put inside. Both are actually made from the same material, 840D nylon, but the Rework Toshi is ever so slightly shinier. And of course, the texture really depends on the fabric you choose. With its side carry handle and multiple zippers, the Sympl just looks like it has a little bit more going on. The Sympl is also less low-key with its branding. You have branding here on the shoulder strap, on the back panel, over here, a tab here, and over here in the front. Honestly, not a big fan of the Sympl branding. It's like it's trying to be Acne Studios, but like a kindergarten version. The Rework Toshi, on the other hand, is a lot more low-key. There's no visible branding, in fact. That said, I think we have a clear winner, the Rework Toshi. I like its lack of branding and how it's much less boxy than the Sympl. But you gotta remember, these picks are highly personal, so don't come after me. Moving on to materials. As mentioned, both are an 840D ballistic nylon, so they're really durable and weather resistant. More so on the Sympl, as they are PU-coated YKK zippers. The zippers on the Rework Toshi are also YKK, but they're not PU-coated, but they do have a water-repellent coating. On the water bottle compartments of both bags, we have elasticated materials, which both feel really well made. But when it comes to lash points, the ones on the Sympl, they just seem a little bit more hard-wearing. You have a nice D-ring over here. With the Rework Toshi, you just have a couple of loops over here. The handles on the Sympl definitely feel a lot more burlier as well, compared to the Rework bag. In terms of hardware, you've got Duraflex on the Sympl and Woojin on the Rework Toshi. Both are top-notch stuff. Both bags offer fantastic tech protection, maybe a little bit more on the Sympl, because here you have a built-in tech pouch and a nice fleecy tech compartment over here, plus even an extra place for your tech. The Rework Toshi also offers decent padding in its laptop compartment, but there's no fancy lining or anything like that. In general though, the lining on both bags feels really nice, really durable, and I really like the tight weave on the mesh pockets of both bags. It feels really hard-wearing, it doesn't feel like it's gonna lose its shape anytime soon. So, which bag wins? Tough call, but I'm going to have to go with a Sympl because I'm a sucker for nicely lined laptop sleeves. Now on to the functionality of the bags. Both are very nicely sized for EDC, work, and casual, but I have to say the Rework offers more options for access. For example, with this front pocket, you can access it from either side. So depending on where you wear your bag, you can easily open it. The top front pocket also has dual zippers. And again, dual zippers in the laptop compartment. Staying on the Sympl Commuter Pack, its pocketing is anything but simple, with a standout being this tech compartment over here. This is basically a built-in accordion-style tech pouch. And you also have another additional pocket for tech in the laptop compartment. With the Rework, the pockets are a lot more versatile. Without an accordion-style pocket, you just have a lot more room to stuff the bag however you want. Now, this versatility extends to the water bottle pockets, which are just two basic side elasticated pockets. The Sympl Commuter Pack mixes it up with a standard side water bottle pocket and a zippered one on the other side. This could be good for something like an umbrella, but honestly, I think they're just overcomplicating things a little because I sure as hell am not gonna be sticking a wet umbrella in here. If we're talking packing the bags out, I would say the Rework Toshi would be easier to pack out simply because it's less structured and more malleable. One last note, if you do plan to travel with these bags, both of them have vertical luggage pass-throughs. So in terms of functionality, which bag wins? It's the Rework Toshi for me. The multiple pockets on the Sympl are just overkill. Moving on to comfort. Now I've been carrying both bags to work and to the gym, and I would say both are actually pretty comfortable. Equally comfortable. At around 17 inches tall, they're both short torso friendly. I know some people are not a big fan of the back panel on the Sympl bag, but I find it okay. I find it reasonably comfortable. The only thing that bothers me is how ergonomic it looks. It really brings back memories of when my mom made me carry one of those boxy bags during primary school and people teased me for it. The Rework, on the other hand, has a more cushiony and plush mesh panel. Its shoulder straps also feel a lot more plush than the Sympl Commuter Pack. The Sympl feels a little bit more rigid, which makes sense because it is a heavier bag on its own. And finally, we have a pretty decent sternum strap on the Sympl. It's also removable as well. Honestly, the one on the Rework is a little bit of a letdown because it feels really thin, feels pretty flimsy, and you can't really remove it. I mean, I guess you can, but it would be a pain in the ass. That said, if we're talking comfort, I would still go for the Rework Toshi, simply because it sits a little bit more snugly on my back. And lastly, let's talk value. Here we have two very well-made bags with premium materials at pretty different price points. For pretty much the same materials and a similar functionality, you're paying around 30% more for the Sympl Commuter Pack. Is it worth it? No. The Rework Toshi is 100% a better bag for its price. And now it's time to pick the overall winner. I'm calling it the Rework Toshi wins. Its soft structure means you can really pack it out. And even if you do pack it out, its lightweight means it's not gonna weigh you down. Plus, any bag that is over pocketed is an immediate no for me. And as a reminder, I know these bags aren't cheap, and here at Nomads Nation, we're always looking to help out our community. If you're thinking of making a purchase, we suggest using the first link in the description for the best price. And we often have discount codes with the brands that we work with. Now, these are both really great bags, but honestly, there's so many options on the market out there. If you want to see what my favorite picks are, check out the leaderboard video. In this video, the whole Nomads Nation team gets together and lets you know what our favorite picks are. And you can watch it right here. And that's it from me today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.